Alright. Hi everyone, it's week 6 and I went to go have a nap at work, but they're doing health checks in the main well-being room, so I am lying on the floor in the secondary well-being room, just trying to have a little nap because I am so tired. Okay, I'm gonna try nap and then I will talk to you guys shortly.
So at 6 weeks pregnant, we actually had a trip already booked to Sydney. So I was feeling like I needed food this morning, so we had food this morning. Took our flight, and then it was a beautiful Friday in Sydney. This was the best day we had. I was able to eat some nice food, and then we took a little ferry trip. Here's the Opera House, of course. So we hopped on one of those big green and yellow ferries and we headed over to Manly Beach. It was really nice and beautiful. It was still quite cold, hence why I'm still wearing my jumper and everything. But it was gorgeous weather today, so we're really glad that we got to the beach on this day because the weather definitely turned after that. We had lunch over there and it was awesome.
You happy?
Yeah. Yummy foods.
It does look so good. Yum, 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 yum.
The view coming in on the ferry was just amazing. Oh, and then there's me. Hi. Such a beautiful night. The next day was so rainy. We had one little umbrella between the two of us, but we made it work. It was still like stunning, but yeah, Sydney on a rainy day, I have to say, is not my favorite. I was quite tired today, so we just tried to take a little bit of time to just sit and relax where we could. We ended up visiting Dimmock's, the bookstore, and we also went to this beautiful mall, which is just stunning. Okay, so it's Sunday morning. We've been in Australia for, this is our 3rd day. And we had pretty big days the first 2 days. And then yesterday was quite draining because you would have seen like the weather was terrible. So yeah, by the time we got to last night, I was completely exhausted. I think I slept like 11 hours last night or something. And then I've still just been so struggling this morning. Like, the exhaustion has been so real. I've been getting single shot coffees because it's cheaper than getting decaf, and the caffeine is still making no difference. Like feeling nauseous, food aversions, really exhausted. Like my sense of smell is really strong. Like I could smell that the guy who was serving us in the cafe needed to brush his teeth. It was just horrible. So yeah, I've been really struggling, and then also just other stuff going on. It's just, I'm just so exhausted. I'm just so kind of over it. I was even checking earlier to see if I could move us to like an earlier flight today. Because you know, when you go away for like 3 days, you're like, okay, so we want to leave early the first morning and then get back late on the last night. And I woke up this morning and I'm like, if we could just head to the airport now, that would be great. But of course we can't. So we're powering through it, trying to like brainstorm nice things to do today. Like just like strolling in the park is really good. And then we'll get through it. Might try have a nap literally at the airport before we go, and then we'll kind of get there. But yeah, I'm exhausted. It's a tough time.
Alright guys, hi. It is, what am I? 6 weeks, 5 days today. Got little puppy dog nose just in the corner there, which is cute. Today has been such a struggle. So we were on our little trip to Sydney. Our plane got delayed. I definitely booked this before we were pregnant, but yeah, it just meant that I got to sleep at 1 a.m, got up at 8 a.m, and then I was intending to work from home today, but yeah, we've had a pretty close family bereavement, so I ended up on bereavement leave today, but I just felt terrible all day. I'd probably say I was feeling like a 2 out of 10 for a lot of the day. I had a nap like 11 till 12, and then I napped again like 2 till 2:45, and after 2:45 I was feeling like a 4 out of 10, which cheered me up a lot because that was a lot better, because I was intending to take this guy to the park. But if I'd been a 2 out of 10, I don't know how I would have done that. So that was good, and I've kind of got a plan together so that I can be in at work tomorrow and deal with the nausea and the tiredness and all of that. Yeah, it's been a lot. I still haven't like been sick, but as I was heading out to the car this afternoon, I just like threw up in my mouth a tiny bit. It was like really just a tiny bit, but it was just a bit like, ugh. So yeah, my tastes are changing a lot. Like, I don't know what's sort of safe or not. I'm kind of just having to try things. So while we were away in Sydney, I really struggled because I think I kind of got into a good place with my eating, and then it was struggling a little bit, and then when we were away it ended up just going out the window completely because I didn't really have the brain space to plan properly. And to be honest, what I should have done is just like got some oats and some milk and some like brown sugar and something and just had that for breakfast. Like, that just sounds amazing. I had some of that this morning. I made some this morning. It was awesome. Should have just done that, but we ended up like going out, and then I was ordering stuff that said it came with sourdough, and I'm like, okay, cool. Well, if I have sourdough, because that's what I have at home, it's like really good slow release energy. It's really nice, like thick, complex carbs that then like line my stomach really well. And literally happened 3 times. The 3rd time was just on the Air New Zealand plane, and they said it was sourdough rolls, and I'm like, this is going to be the exact same dinner rolls they always have served, and it was. But yeah, these cafes charging so much money for stuff with sourdough, and I get it, and I'm like, this is just crusty white bread. Like, just say it is that, because I am struggling here, and I can't like say to the serving staff like, hey, this isn't sourdough, because they don't understand. Like, they don't get it. They don't get it. But it's just, I don't know. I feel like it's like saying something comes with fresh peaches and it's peaches freshly out of a tin. You know, it's like, that's not the thing. And I'm not just trying to be elitist. It's just totally different. So, anyway, I was able to have for my dinner, I had some carrot sticks, cucumber sticks, apple sticks, a few little cheese sticks, just like cutting some cheese off, some almonds. I did some sourdough from the freezer with just cream cheese and tomato and salt and pepper, and that was so good. And then I also had some vegan nuggies, and so I cooked those up for protein. So I got through that. That was good. That was helpful. You can see I keep closing my eyes while I'm talking to you. I am just so exhausted. Yeah, the strong smells, like on the plane yesterday, we were sitting next to someone. So it was me and Josh and then this person. And I said to Josh, I was like, it smells like poops. And he was like, yeah, that's the person next to me. And I was like, oh my goodness. They ended up moving us because I didn't realize that I'd like got seats that were in an exit aisle, and you're not allowed to be in the exit aisle if you're pregnant. So we ended up getting moved. So then we ended up having 3 seats to ourselves, like right at the back of the plane, which was really, really nice, to be honest. But yeah, gosh. And then like there'd been some towels that were a tiny bit damp. They got left here when we were away. So like they were in the laundry, which is in that like further in the house.
for like 3-4 days, which isn't great. But literally we got home last night and I was like, did something die in here? Like it just smelled so terrible. So yeah, the nausea, the exhaustion, the food aversions, where just like everything sounds terrible. Even if I'm not actively feeling sick, I think about what do I want to eat because I'm getting hungry, and it all just sounds horrible. The strong smell, that sucks. I've had a little bit of the lower back pains in the last few days. Less of the pregnancy insomnia, but I think that that's just because I have not been getting enough sleep. So I haven't had a chance to have that because I've just been exhausted. So anyway, from what I remember reading, morning sickness, which, oh my gosh, my poor husband. So this afternoon I said to him as I was leaving, I was like, I just threw up in my mouth a little bit. He was like, oh, does that mean that the morning sickness is going to start? And I was like, what? He was like, does that mean that tomorrow morning you're going to have the morning sickness? I was like, dude, it's called morning sickness, but that doesn't mean anything. It's just sickness. Like I'm feeling nauseous and you're like, oh, does that mean the nausea is going to start soon? Like it's already here. Sorry, it's not just a morning thing. He was like, oh, okay. Oh, that's confusing. I'm like, yeah, it is. It's a poor guy. I hadn't told him that morning sickness isn't really a thing. It's just nausea and sickness, right? Oh, this little puppy dog. Thanks, buddy. Such a good boy. So yeah. Okay, all of that said, I am gonna go. I'm doing okay. I'm just not feeling great. So I'm having to cut myself a lot of slack kind of wherever I can, whilst still planning to move to the other side of the world in like July, August, September, October. 4 or 5 months. So I might end things here and then see you guys for 7 weeks. I'm actually also thinking about doing a what I'm eating in a day with nausea and food aversions tomorrow, which won't be like the most like fun video, but yeah, my food video from a few weeks ago, everything looks awesome there, and it is not that case anymore now. That is very different now. So yeah, I might do that tomorrow and then see you guys for 7 weeks. So take care. Thank you for following along. I appreciate all of your guys like support and sympathies. I really do. And I will see you again soon. Bye.